Hello, this is Mr.Bob, and we're here today to share the story of the Good Samaritan. So Jesus was teaching, and somebody stood up and said, "What's the greatest commandment?" And he said, "Love your neighbor." And the question to Jesus was, well, who's my neighbor? And in response, Jesus told this story. He said there was a traveler passing through the mountains going from one place to another. And the traveler was just minding his own business, and then, as he was going, he was set upon by a pack of robbers. The robbers stole everything he had. They stole all of his stuff, they stole all of his belongings, and he was there injured and hurting, and and he couldn't get up on his own, couldn't do anything on his own. And so he was stuck, and he was just waiting for somebody to come and help him do anything. And then along comes a priest. Now, for us, the priest might be somebody like Pastor Doug. And this is a religious leader in the church. This is somebody who you would think would help. But when the priest saw the man, the priest didn't do anything. He looked aside. He buried his nose in the book. He didn't help the man. So next comes a Levite. The Levite is a high up in the church. It's somebody you would think would help. It's somebody who you look up to. And the Levite, well, she saw the man too. And she didn't go to help either. Passed by, hit her face. Well, along comes a Samaritan. Now, the Samaritan is somebody that the Jews did not get along with very well. It was not they weren't exactly friendly. They looked down on him. But this Samaritan comes and sees the man and offers help. Who comes, and there's no obligation here. There's nothing that makes this man where the man needs to help him. Yet the Samaritan picks up the man and carries him and takes him over to an inn. So the Samaritan took the man to an inn. They had to travel a ways to get there, but the closest inn that possible, because the man couldn't travel much further. So the Samaritan took him to the inn and found him a place to rest, found him a place to lay. And then he gave money to the innkeeper and told the innkeeper that he would pay for any costs associated with keeping the man there. And not only that, he said he'd be back to give more money if there needed to be more money. Jesus asked, who did what? Loved their neighbor? Who took care of somebody? And in this case, it was a Samaritan. Of the three people, that's the most unlikely person to do this good deed, to help somebody. And the call here is, as Christians, we should be the ones who help other people. And guess what? You're not too young to do that. I don't care how old you are, you're not too young, you're not too old to help somebody else. If you're in a position to help somebody else, to show somebody kindness, then I would encourage you to do so. And I'm going to talk to the kids, the team kids, the kids that are usually in my class, and tell you that we did a lesson not too long ago where we talked about being kind. And I asked y'all to do one thing kind, and the next week I asked you what it was, and you guys came up with amazing things. I heard helped my brother. I heard help with homework. I had helped mom around the house. So what I'm going to encourage you to do with all the things going on right now is find a way to be kind to anybody, to somebody. Whether it's in your family, whether it's outside your family, there's things you can do. You can even just call a relative. You can call a grandparent. And if they're by themselves, you could probably make their day. So I'm going to encourage you to look for ways to be kind and look for ways to make your situation, whatever it may be, to be a little bit better. All right. God bless.